Hey there.
So here we are, safe and sound.
What's our next move?
Well, I guess that depends on you. Once you catch your breath, I've got another project you might be interested in. But in the meantime, with the Brotherhood back on track, there's no reason for me to hide anymore. I suppose I should probably stick around here and get to know the gang a little bit better. That is, unless you want some company for the road.
I'd like to travel together some more.
Absolutely. You got it.
Hi there.
What's the latest?
I need to ask you something.
Shoot.
Just curious what you're thinking.
I wonder if clouds ever look down at us and say, "Hey, that one's shaped like an idiot."
That was all.
Good chat.
Hi.
You up for helping me out with another project?
What did you have in mind?
We need to deal with the threat posed by the Railroad and the Minutemen.
I hope that you're kidding.
Let me explain. The plans these groups have made to blow up the Institute and leave a giant radioactive crater in the middle of Cambridge. That's gonna displace a whole lot of innocent people, and neither group has really thought this through. For example, the Institute has technology that can help the synths the Railroad is trying to protect. If you blow the place up, they can't create any new synths either.
I hadn't thought about it that way.
As for the Minutemen, the Institute is a treasure trove beyond their wildest dreams, full of manufacturing equipment and agricultural technology that could revitalize the Commonwealth. It would be foolish for them to destroy all of that.
It's past time the Institute got what it deserved.
Look, the Institute may not be Mother Teresa, but incinerating their facility doesn't serve anyone's best interests. There's a saying, it's easy to love your friend, but sometimes the hardest lesson is to learn to love your enemy.
I hope this isn't another Brotherhood morals lecture.
Don't worry, it's not. All I'm saying is that we need to remove the incentives for the Minutemen and Railroad to attack the Institute. And to do that, let's just say a few assholes from the Institute might have to disappear.
I like it.
I thought you would. There's someone I want you to meet. She's an Institute scientist named Carter Beckett. She's going to be visiting a nightclub called Club Snuggle.
Wait, were you just playing a joke on me?
Weird, right? So, as it turns out, no one in the Cambridge area wants their homes or businesses reduced to ashes. Club Snuggle is located on the river across from the CIT building. If the Institute blows up, they're directly in the path of the explosion. To prevent a blast like that from putting them out of business, the club's management is willing to play ball with the Institute. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, I guess. Anyway, head over to Club Snuggle when you have a moment and talk to Dr. Beckett. When she asks you for an authorization code, tell her Beta 77 Tempest. And try to keep an open mind.
Hi.
You know, if they call Fred Dirty Fred, then I want a cool nickname too. What do you think about Slickback Sawyer?
Any news going around?
Hey, you're friends with that Piper chick, right? Let her know we still got a pull available whenever she's ready.
Any news going around?
What's with the gunners having plasma weapons and vertibirds? Where are they getting that stuff from?
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Okay.
Are you lost?
I'm on a break right now.
Why do I get the impression I don't want to hear what you have to say?
Hello there. Do you have an authorization code?
In my secret club, the code phrase is just 2 words. Awesome and me.
I'll need you to provide the authorization code in order to continue this conversation.
Authorization code Beta 77 Tempest.
That's an older code, but I suppose it'll do. Allow me to explain our situation. At the Institute, we take considerable pride in our research. Decades of successful trials and experiments, striving to improve mankind's standard of living, and to do so in an ethical manner. For the most part, that is.
Your institute has done some horrible things.
Yes, I was getting to that part. Unfortunately, our reputation has been undermined by upper management's often misguided and nefarious directives. Directives about which the rank and file scientists are not consulted, nor permitted to express misgivings.
What do you mean? I could use specific details about these guys.
We're not allowed to ask broader questions. For example, what is the practical application of synthetic gorillas? Or, if our motto is mankind redefined, why did we cancel the cybernetics program? Scientists who openly raise these types of issues tend to disappear soon after.
Sorry. Sounds really rough.
The Institute's goals are either needlessly complicated or never elaborated upon. No one in upper management ever explains what the Institute's core ideology is, if there even is one. As for the people of the Commonwealth, many of them think that we're monsters. Perhaps rightly so. And the most frustrating part is that if we simply shared our research openly, most people would be completely fine with the Institute, instead of plotting to blow us up.
I didn't expect your entire life story. I hope there's a point?
The situation within the Institute has deteriorated recently. Sins have been escaping at higher rates, and the ranks of disgruntled and even runaway scientists have been growing as well. The important thing is that we have the plan to fix things, to make the Institute an organization we can be proud of. We just need help with the execution.
So, give me the details.
Advanced Systems has been developing a special weapon for the SRB, a teleportation gun. You aim the gun at a subject, fire, and it teleports them to the coordinates you've programmed. The SRB commissioned the teleportation gun as a means to recover the lost synths. But we have other plans. We've managed to smuggle the weapon schematics out of the Institute, and we intend to build a prototype.
So, where do I come in?
The first step is to gather the necessary parts. After which, we'll build the gun, smuggle it back into the Institute, and use it to covertly teleport certain members of upper management to a secret prison we've built in the glowing sea.
Why not just kill them and be done with it?
We can't kill anyone outright because the biomonitors upper management wears will set off the silent alarms. So, this needs to happen quickly, quietly, and with zero loss of life. Once the contemptible elements have been removed, the rest of us can move on with our lives and get back to doing real science again.
Okay, what are you doing to solve this problem?
I've been able to gather most of the parts for the gun already, but there are a couple components I'm missing.
No problem. I'll run down to the Super Duper Mart and pick some up.
In the event they're out of stock, I'll mark some alternate locations on your Pip-Boy. Once you've recovered the parts, let me know, and we'll discuss the next steps.
I did absolutely nothing today. And it was everything I thought it could be.
Yeah?
Huh. You know, I need... Shit, I'm already done. I'm an important man.
Uh-oh. This can't be
Target
good.
practice up at 12 o'clock.
I've
All
been
clear.
spoiling for a fight. Oh boy, that's it.
Time for some target practice.
Time to get crazy.
Kill them all! Incoming!
You can't be serious. I thought cold was tougher than you.
Don't be afraid. I just want to play.
They're all gonna die.
Are you lost? Our newest friend. You're always welcome. Whatever you say, my friend.
Excuse me.
Great, you're back. Did you have any trouble receiving the components?
I've been having too much fun blowing things up to think about it.
Fair enough. I'll need a little time to finish assembling the gun. In the meantime, there's someone I want you to meet. His name is Dr. Zimmer, and he oversees the Institute's Synth Retention Bureau.
I'm not sure that's such a good idea.
Perhaps I should elaborate. And what I'm about to tell you is confidential, understood?
So if this shows up in public occurrences, that's bad? Got it.
Dr. Zimmer has an interesting history. While he may be the director of the Synth Retention Bureau, it's just a title at this point. As he's grown older, he's become a bit, I suppose, eccentric is the word. Zimmer spends most of his time these days on field missions outside the Institute, pretending to hunt synths. Something you should know about escaped synths is that many of them end up as entertainers. And, well, You get the picture. The reality is that Zimmer has switched sides, and he's willing to help us undermine the SRB.
I don't need his help.
Ah, but you do. If something goes wrong with the plan, a quick exit would be necessary. That's harder to pull off if you're surrounded by coursers. We'll need to disable the security guards patrolling the Institute, and only Zimmer has the means to do that. Talk to him for details, and you'll see what I mean.
Don't know who you are, but I love you.
There's more going on than you know. Trust me.
Hey,
I'll send for you if I need you.
What do you want? We don't need any more trouble at all.
Ah,
These
you
guys
must
are
be the one
dangerous.
Dr. Beckett
So
told
be
me about.
careful.
You look familiar. Have you met?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Perhaps I'm mistaken then. In any case, Dr. Beckett has instructed me to give you this holotape. You'll need to insert the holotape into Dr. Ayo's terminal at the Institute. Once you do so, access the holotape and initiate the security shutdown. There's only a short window before the SRB brings the coursers back online, so you'll need to move quickly. Any questions? No? Good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have other matters to attend to.
Another day of hard work. Never changes. Yeah?
Hey, hey there.
Good news. I finished work on the teleportation gun. Are you ready to proceed?
We'll have the element of surprise, if nothing else.
I hope so too. Now here's the plan. After you use Zimmer's holotape to shut down security, you'll have a 20-minute window to take out the Institute's management. I'll add the list of targets to your Pip-Boy. It's up to you whether you wish to take out anyone else besides the names in the list. However, under no circumstances are you to use a teleportation gun on Allie Fillmore. She's the one who orchestrated this whole plan, and we need her safe and sound at the Institute to see it through. In fact, once you've secured the targets, let Allie know so she can take the next steps. Do you have any questions before we begin?
I need to know who you want dead before I agree.
The list of targets will show up on your Pip-Boy. And remember, we're not killing anyone. Only use the teleportation gun. No conventional weapons.
Fighting the Institute with crappy weapons is a horrible idea.
This strategy isn't without risk, but it's not like I'm asking you to fight someone with a squirt gun. If you follow the plan and use the teleportation gun, you shouldn't have to fight anyone at all.
Are there any other options?
What do you think?
You can come with me or wait until I'm done. It's up to you.
I wish I could go with you, but the truth is, I lack the skills to pull this off.
I wanted to ask you about something else.
Fair enough.
I'm ready to get to work.
Good luck down there. I'll wait here for your return.
From what I hear, that rogue scent at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
Just as you
Yeah,
gave life
I
to
guess so.
Father, he gave life to many of us.
I
Whatever
wish
you
Quincy
say.
would stop telling those stupid stories.
Quentin is such a liar. How'd he know what the surface is like? He's never been up there.
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
Thank you.
Huh?
Hi there.
If you're looking for my mom or dad, they're probably still working.
Doctor, I left a copy of the lab report on your desk. Did you get a chance to read it?
I haven't. There was a situation last night I had to deal with. I'll come and find you as soon as I've... had a chance to look it over.
Of course. I'll inform the team.
Rosalind is as smart as she is beautiful. I just wish I could get her to notice me.
Hey,
Something I can do for you?
I was wondering if we could get to know each other better.
Great. I was hoping you'd say that.
What's life like for a synth in the Institute?
I try not to think too much about it. That's a question best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
Why does the Institute replace people?
Sometimes we innovate for no other reason than to learn what's possible.
How many people did you infect with FEV for your research,
That was a costly mistake. Unfortunately, we had a few early setbacks. But with hard work and ingenuity, any challenge can be overcome.
Things didn't go well with that super mutant problem. Research like yours is what destroyed the world. Don't you want this to stop?
Not at the moment. The surface is still too dangerous for life to truly thrive. That's why what we do here is so important. Dr. Carlin's doing some amazing things with our genetically engineered crops. That Warwick situation was a real mess. But the prospects are very exciting.
You murdered those people, didn't you?
I don't think anyone really intended that as a course of action. But I don't think we should stop there. The Directorate has agreed that steps must be taken to ensure our safety in the long run. To bring you up to speed, obviously there are groups in the Commonwealth that stand in opposition to the Institute's goals. And those people are the last remnants of a dying past. The conflict is already upon us. Unless we end it now, it's only going to get worse.
Give me a reason not to kill you.
Here, take these. That's all I have for now.
Don't patronize me, pencil neck.
Oh, boy.
I'm putting you down. Hey.
Yes, I'm sure that whatever you have to say is very interesting, but now simply isn't a good time.
I need your help to attack the Institute.
If that was an attempt at humor, I'm afraid it's lost on me. I'm much too preoccupied with my equations. Now, I'm afraid I must end this little chat, although it's been so very diverting.
Does that mean it's over between us?
I'm simply trying to tell you in as polite a manner as possible that I am busy. Now, goodbye.
If you're busy, that's one thing. But I don't care for your tone.
Yeah, how unsurprising. I wonder how the Warwick family is doing.
It's pretty damned insensitive. Why would you say something like that? I need information, and you're gonna give it to me.
Bit of a blunt instrument, aren't you? Kellogg was much the same. Very well then, down to brass tacks. Some time ago, we covertly replaced the family patriarch at Warwick Homestead with a synth. He's been field testing a variety of genetically modified seeds that I created. A melon plant that will, if my calculations are correct, be able to grow even in heavily irradiated soil. The fruit it bears will be perfectly healthy and edible. Now listen closely, because this next part is vitally important.
All the enemies you've created. You can't imagine why I'd be standing here.
I meant no offense, just, well, let's move on.
You murdering, kidnapping psychopath. I can't let you live after you murdered that man.
What? Now, just a moment, there's no need to get angry. It's not enough just to do a job. It must be done well. Being a member of the Institute means holding yourself to a higher standard. Now, if you're quite finished, I'd very much like to get back to these mental equations. That will be all, thank you very much, goodbye.
I don't have time for this.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Yep. Hi. Hey.
What do you want? And please, make it quick.
I'm here to pick up an order. 2 large pepperoni and a calzone. Name is Fuck You.
Are you kidding me?
I'm here to kill you and take what's inside your head.
Oh, would you? How sweet of you. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
Hey there.
What do you want? And please, make it quick.
I take it you know about the situation in bioscience.
I'll have to look into that more closely, but now is not the time.
What's the security like around here?
Okay, look. I'm not even going to ask how you know about this.
You don't understand. How much are you willing to pay to keep breathing, pal?
If I have to purchase your loyalty, so be it. It's not like I have much of a choice.
Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
Catch me after the meeting, okay?
It's time to free the synths.
What now? I know it'll be a difficult adjustment for you, but try to remember that synths aren't people.
The Institute has ordered me to kill you. How much are you willing to pay to keep breathing?
I see. I suppose I can offer you something. Here, we can spare a few of these from the armory. I hope that's payment enough for you.
Excuse me.
You had me fooled. I really believed you were on our side. All our work, laid to waste.
I didn't want it to end like this, Sean. I'm not a monster.
Well, none of it matters now, I suppose. You'll accomplish your task and ruin humanity's best hope for the future.
Better future is all I ever wanted.
I had hoped we could be something like a family again. I hoped you shared our vision for the future.
The Institute's the problem. I just want them stopped.
A regrettable turn of events. But I hope someday you realize what will be lost here. You're going to have to live with that.
If you really want out of here, you can come work for me, on a settlement.
I won't ask for details. I'm sure I don't want to know. These Minutemen, claiming to want to save the Commonwealth from itself. They cannot even protect themselves. Their cause is a doomed one.
Can't we move past this?
You're either with us or you're not. I'm afraid it's that simple.
I wish you'd come with me now.
Willingly participate in destroying my life's work? I think not.
Why do you hate the Commonwealth and its people so much?
These people are driven to destroy everything we've created. We need to destroy them before they can destroy us.
They're scared of you, Sean. Scared of the Institute.
I'm afraid things here are different from the lawless wastes above. A society cannot be maintained without order. You know that if the tables were turned, they would not hesitate to wipe us out. They must be eradicated.
I've heard enough of your bullshit.
There's nothing more to say. I won't help you destroy the Institute. Just get out of here.
Hey there. They weren't kidding. You really are here. So, where do you stand?
Everything's taken care of. You're safe.
Well, you've certainly riled things up.
In the future, never doubt me.
I won't lie. I was a little nervous you wouldn't pull it off. Seems I needn't have worried.
I suppose a few sacrifices had to be made in order to preserve the greater good.
I can't argue with that.
I think the last thing the Institute needs now is to make things worse. We should be trying to avoid conflict, not starting it.
Of course. It was never the intention to cause more harm than is necessary.
Any news on your side?
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. I'll see that the necessary steps are taken. Otherwise, internally things are as tight as they've ever been. I'll let you know when the review is complete. It feels like the dawn of a new era for the Institute. Now, what can I do for you?
That depends. How do you plan to reward me exactly?
I'm certainly happy to do whatever I can to help going forward.
I'm not sure what you mean. Got anything particular in mind?
Can we maybe talk later?
Sounds good. I'll see you soon then.
I'm sure you will. Thanks again.
Dance like no one's watching. Because they're not. They're checking their pit boys.
Let me know if there's anything I may be able to help you with.
Wonderful. You made it back. Did everything go according to plan?
I'm just glad it's over.
Thank you. We won't forget what you've done for us. And you're welcome to keep the teleportation gun. Just be selective how you use it. I'm going to head back to the Institute and coordinate the next steps with Allie. I hope you'll come visit us soon. By the way, talk to the gentleman behind the counter on your way out. He had some intriguing ideas for the future of the Institute That might be worth exploring.
Rehab is for quitters.
Oh, I think I ate too much.
You keep on keeping on.
The candles aren't working yet. I probably need
Hey, you got a minute?
Depends on what it is.
So while you were out, I was talking with your buddies Carter and Zimmer about making some changes to the Institute.
I can see where this is going.
I hear you just spent a ton of time and resources banishing the evildoers from the Institute. But what's to prevent leaders just as bad, or even worse, from eventually replacing them?
I'm not worried about it. I don't think they pose a threat any longer.
The same could be said about the original CIT residents 200 years ago, and look how that turned out. Reclusive societies tend not to make the most rational foreign policy decisions. If you want long-term peace with the Institute, you're going to need some degree of trade and travel with them.
If so, that's a serious security risk.
There's an old saying, if goods don't cross borders, soldiers will. In other words, it's tougher to want to go to war with a person you see and trade with every day than with a bunch of random dudes you've never met and have only heard rumors about.
Why is that so important?
Because trade helps humanize the folks you trade with. It forges connections between people and promotes an exchange of cultures. And the mutual benefit from trading tends to help everyone focus on what they have in common, rather than continually dwelling on their differences.
Jesus, what a mouthful.
I'm just saying, if you want the Institute to align its interests with the Commonwealth, you need to open the place up for business. Make it a tourist destination and let people from the Commonwealth come and go as they please to trade and spend money.
Does it involve a back room and a handful of singles? Making it rain?
That's not really where I was going with this, but you know, now that you mention it, it's not a bad idea. I'll see what I can do.
I don't know. I'll think about it.
Cool, man, that's all I ask. Check back with me in a bit and I'll give you an update.
So, how's the Institute? Did you curtail all the redundancies in upper management?
They won't be bothering you again.
That's good to hear. The Commonwealth will rest easier knowing its boogeyman has been put to rest.
Pleasure was all mine.
There is one more thing, though. Actually, two things.
I don't know, you're already running quite a tab.
With the new paradigm in place at the Institute, we need to ensure that the Railroad and the Minutemen don't keep plotting to attack it.
Yeah, there is that little problem to deal with.
I heard the Railroad had a plan B, some sort of synth uprising at the Institute. Apparently, no one told Desdemona that the Institute has speakers, and the synths can be deactivated using a safe word. Any revolt she's planning would be put down in under a minute. I can't believe anyone would miss such an obvious strategic error. But this is the Railroad we're talking about. Anyway, head over there and talk to Desdemona. Convince her to stand down, and if she won't, you might have to get creative.
The simple solution is just to kill her.
Great. Let me know how it goes.
Any news from the Institute?
What's the Institute?
Your sarcasm is noted.
I met with the leader of the Institute, and it turns out it's me.
You do know their plans for synths, right? Genocide. Give me a straight answer first. Are you still on our side?
Rescuing synths is what I do. The Railroad's in the business of helping synths too. That makes us friends.
You have no idea how relieved I am to hear that. All the sacrifices, the fallen, it paid off in the end.
Does this mean you're out of a job?
Ever since the beginning, the people of the Commonwealth were as great or greater a threat than the Institute. We're secretly securing key locations to speed up transporting synths out of the Commonwealth.
So, what happens to the railroad?
With the Institute dealt with, we're reevaluating our ongoing operations.
The Institute isn't our enemy, remember. You can trust us now.
Agreed. It's time for a gamble. It's clear you have the Institute's complete trust. Well done.
Just keep a cool head, okay?
Point taken.
I'm flattered to hear this, but I feel like there's more.
Our safe houses are bursting with synths. If you're up for it, we could use your help in smuggling them out of the Commonwealth.
What's next for you?
If you need me for anything, just let me know.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Dozens of years, countless sacrifices. It all paid off thanks to you. You're a damned hero in my book.
Hey there.
Any problems dealing with the railroad?
Hey, I'm just here for the rewards and glory.
All right. Here's a little something for your trouble. So, the next step is to have a similar chat with that Preston Garvey character, and make sure that the Minutemen don't try anything excessively foolish.
I'll get right on it.
Great. Good luck out there, General.
Yeah?
Huh. Hey.
We'd better discuss what to do about the Institute.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Come on, don't blow me off. I've still got your back, but you need to hear this.
I met with the leader of the Institute, and it turns out it's me!
You sure that was the right choice? Siding with the Institute?
What I do is none of your business.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're not in charge here, Preston. I am. I decide how we're gonna handle things.
Okay, okay. Don't get yourself all riled up.
I made a choice. I let the synths go free.
Nice to see the Institute doing something to help the Commonwealth for once.
Trust me, I'm on your side here. I want to help you out. Rest easy. Know that the future is in safe hands.
You must not have heard yet. The Institute has been scouting the castle. Looks like they're getting ready for a major attack.
I'm not worried about it. I don't think they pose a threat any longer.
I hope you're right. But I suspect the Institute has more resources than you realize.
The Institute isn't our enemy, remember. You can trust us now.
So that's it. It's finally over. I never thought I'd see the day we didn't have the threat of the Institute hanging over our heads. I hope you're prepared for what comes next.
Good to know. How are you doing?
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah?
Huh. Hey there.
Hey, just the person I wanted to see. You're gonna love this.
Uh-oh. This can't be good.
So about those Institute renovations we discussed. Carter and I got started on them, just minor tweaks at first. And then, you know how it goes. One thing led to another. We sort of just got into a zone. Head over to the teleport pad at the end of the dance floor and see for yourself. You're gonna like the way it looks. I guarantee it.
Rehab is for quitters. The only thing I want is to do what God Almighty put me on this earth to do.
and that's to help my fellow man or woman.
Rumor is, Advanced Systems will be starting a new Dark
Your
Matter
thoughts?
initiative soon.
If you encounter a hazardous chemical spill, please alert the Facilities Division immediately.
Yes?
Hey,
Let me know if you want to trade.
any news going around?
You must be the one I've heard about. The new general people are talking about.
Just curious what you're thinking.
If we want things to get better, we gotta start helping each other.
Let me see what you've got.
Here's what I got.
Nothing else I needed.
Fine. Come back later.
Hey,
Hey there. Need anything?
Hope you're settling in.
I have some questions.
I love talking. What would you like to know?
Can you help me get the lay of the land of this place?
Sure thing. You may have noticed there are many new vendors on the ground floor of each tower. Weapons, armor, clothing, medical service, you name it, we've got it. If you want to test out your weapons, the firing range and advanced systems is well worth a visit. And for all your crafting and storage needs, the lower floor of your quarters should have you covered. If you ever need a break from slaughtering wastelanders for the glory of the Institute, the old Synth Retention Bureau has been converted into a lounge area. It's got a pool, arcade, gambling, and all other sorts of recreational activities. There's also a bar and a club on the ground floor of the dark blue tower. Just look for the VIP sign. Anything else you need help with?
What's the news around here?
The Institute truly is mankind's best hope for the future, and I'm not saying that just because I have to.
What's the security like around here?
We are well aware that letting in outsiders to trade comes with certain risks. As a precaution, we've relocated the guest entrance to a choke point, sealed off the old FEV lab, and restricted access to robotics as well. You may have noticed that we ditched the roaming coursers and armed Gen 2s, but just because you can't see the security, that doesn't mean it's not there. Let's just say that anyone who gets out of line may suddenly find themselves teleported to a prison in the glowing sea.
You ask me, freedom's always worth fighting for.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey.
Hey. Hey.
Take care of your gun, it'll take care of you.
Absolutely. Any news around town?
Now that we're on friendlier terms with the Brotherhood, maybe we can get some upgrades to our laser weapons.
Any news around town?
Not everyone here is thrilled about the changes.
I wanted to ask you about something else.
Do you have any more questions? I love questions.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
I'm sure I've got something you need.
Nothing else I needed.
Have a good one, and remember, exterminate the humans.
People on the surface have got it pretty bad. Makes me thankful for being down here.
Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
We are honored to welcome you here.
Hi.
So here it is, the new and improved Institute. What do you think?
Oh, this is a whole new level of stupid. Even for me.
Oh, not the reaction I was hoping for. Well, have a look around. Maybe it will grow on you. In any case, I wanted to thank you again for all you've done for us. And here, I got something for you. Don't be a stranger now.
It's pretty despicable what Dr. Ao was doing.
You're gonna have to work pretty hard to impress anyone down here.
I hope
Good
the
day,
color
Director.
of my energy is blue. Don't have the key. Hey, have any news? Can I talk to you? All right, talk. What's on your mind? I bet you hear all kinds of gossip. Your thoughts? If we're going to be working as a team, we should get to know each other better. You interested in traveling together? Yes, absolutely. Let's get the hell out of here. Hey there. What's on your mind? Let's trade some things. I'm here to help you. What have you got for sale? Got anything particular in mind? That was all. We'll talk later. I'm looking for work.
I overheard one of the bioscience technicians talking about their new Deathclaw research program. I've never seen it. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've never left this balcony, but I'm not complaining. If you head over to Bioscience, I'm sure you'll find some more details there. Now I know what you're thinking, Director. Who would want a vast army of killer Deathclaws at their command? They would constantly block doorways and give away your position while sneaking. A lesser person might want that kind of overwhelming force on their side, but where's the challenge in that?
What are you thinking about?
So you were there the day the bombs fell. That must have been terrifying.
Nice.
I fixed my sides.
Oh boy, that's it. I'm out of here.
We're clear out here. Stand down.
I don't have time for this.
That was fun. We should do it again sometime.
We're all gonna die. Could use a stiff drink after all that. You better leave me alone. Bad idea. Unless you really want to piss me off.
You might be not to get on your bad side.
Bring it on. Whatever.
That's the end of that.
Time for some target practice.
Good riddance. What can I say? Some people have just got it.
Okay, that is not cool.
Down for the count.
You won't talk when you're dead.
Alright, let's turn in one piece.
I want to compliment you on your handling of the situation in bioscience. Bravo.
Looking for a job, if you've got one.
I remember when Dr. Orman was reprogramming my AI, there was one rather disturbing entry on her home terminal. You may have noticed that the windows in the residences here don't have any curtains. Not only that, but they all face each other to ensure 100% lack of privacy, which never leads to abuse of any sort. Now, I am positive Dr. Orman wouldn't want me talking about this, but I'm programmed to be helpful and answer any questions I'm asked, whether I want to or not.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Sweet. What are you thinking about? Hell yeah.
We won't forget what you've done for us.
Only subject I like is geography. You get to look at maps and stuff.
Good day, Director.
Hey there.
Good to finally know who's going to succeed Father as director. I've already started thinking about the next reactor. I'm convinced that antimatter is the way to go. Hmm? Oh, hi there.
I have something you might want, if the price is right.
I'm listening.
Here you go. Check it out.
Yeah? What about it?
Must be embarrassing for you. What's this a picture of, anyway?
Oh, well, a lot of us do that. Let me explain.
Yeah, whatever. About my reward? How about 500 caps?
Hard to please, aren't you? I'm not boring you, I hope.
Let's just get down to business. I think I've earned a reward. 300 caps.
How about for once, you assume that I actually know what I'm doing?
Hopefully we can work something out. I did you a favor, so how about you do one for me?
I have some extra bandwidth, if there's anything that needs doing.
I just happen to have a pile of caps here. Would you be willing to pose totally naked for 50 caps?
I'd rather be designing more efficient plasma emitters.
Could 100 caps change your mind?
So your end goal is ultimately pretty simple.
Why don't you try it yourself? For science. Would it really be that big of a deal?
Look, this is just to provide extra support.
Okay. Show me what I've won.
Oh, you'll like this. Oh, hi there.
I think I've had enough for now.
Well, that was productive.
You wouldn't happen to have a spare polarizer on you, would you?
I'm sure some of the others
Dr.
will
Watson
question
complained
you
about me again. I
Don't let
said
him up.
hello to Rosalind, and he kicked me out for no reason. The guy hates me.
I have some information you might want. Here you go. Check it out.
Rosalind is as smart as she is beautiful.
I'm done with you. I think it's time for you to leave.
I wasn't disturbing anyone.
Your compassion and understanding speak well of you.
It's pretty despicable what Dr. Aya was doing.
Remember to conserve power at every opportunity.
Good to see you.
What are you looking for again?
Stop! Stop! You have to pay!
Brace yourself. We got
You win
company.
some, you lose some. Well, I see.
Well, that takes care of
Talking to
that.
you is
Slam
pointless.
Good. I'll do the work.
Come on there! What?
I'll take care of it.
All clear.
Okay, no going back now.
You're gonna need to try harder than that.
Ugh, go cough up a hairball.
died!
In the future, never doubt me. Got it. Uh-oh. This can't be good.
You take off their families just to be safe.
Time to get
Synths are the Institute's greatest strength. The more we have, the better off we are.
Someone there? End of the line!
Still got it.
Maybe bells are ringing.
Good dead.
Looks like it'll be a closed casket funeral.
Get some.
Going up.
Raccoons or something?
Alright.
Is it true the corpses poop when they die? Ew. Yeah, I guess it's true.
I want this one's head.
Let's get close, human! The Commonwealth is ours! Gonna splatter your brain! Run away! Break free! I hear something! Human, let's play! Annoyed. Yeah, must have been nothing.
Going up.
Someone go to slaughter!
No problem.
Hi.
Got a minute?
Any news?
Your thoughts?
Have you seen that Stonehenge replica south of the Walden Pond that's made out of abandoned cars?
What are you thinking about?
What's the deal with Jet? Is it a pre-war drug or not?
What's on your mind?
What exactly are Dandy Boy apples made of?
What else do you have?
What did you have in mind?
I'm pretty beat up.
I might be able to help you out with that.
I might be interested in buying or selling.
Okay, let's make a deal.
That was it.
Fair enough.
Well, hello.
Hello.
I need to ask you something.
What can I do for you?
Your thoughts?
I walk around like everything's fine, but deep down, inside my shoe, my sock is falling off.
Your thoughts?
I wonder what's going on in Canada. Is it like the wasteland, but polite?
What have you got for sale?
Let's see what you got.
I wanted to ask you about something else.
Sure, what did you have in mind?
That was all.
Alright then.